Greetings! You're watching SeptumSin versus the world. I'm SeptumSin. You know, Evan Jacobs is an interesting director. I've covered a lot of his films on this Anhedenia project. I'm kind of skipping over one, and there's a reason for that, and you'll find out because it's going to come out next time we do this. But I'm going to be covering one of his films. Like any director, I believe he wanted to compare himself to a Robert Altman, which is very, very good on that. I also look at things like hardworking directors, like Altman, like Woody Allen, another good example. People who put out a lot of content. They've got a lot of creative stuff going in their head. Some of it sticks, some of it doesn't. Now this is one I feel really sticks the landing, and that is Haymaker. So we talk about Haymaker. It is a boxing promoter who gets a call from somebody supposedly in his life who he did wrong. I should say not a promoter as much as a fixer. But this person has supposedly left a bomb. And we have to accompany him as he tries to save the people from the destruction it may cause. So let's start with the writing. I think that this combination of the filming of the incident as it's getting ready to happen and kind of going before after the incident, I really do like that because we know it's going to happen. We know that the bomb is going to go off, but we don't know when. And that's really neat. It does build suspense, and I think does an excellent job. I love the interviews. I love how it's handled. There's a pretty good intensity. And I don't know. I feel like the way it was shot, how they did it, it really did build the tension. Now, acting, actually very well done. For what this is, I have to say that this is probably one of the better acted scripts I have seen from this director. Very well done. I wasn't lost at all. It did not take me out of the film. I felt the suspense right up to the end. Now, production design, again, wasn't much to it. It was done mostly, it appears to be on a camera phone or a loose camera held. It just, it's kind of almost found footagey. And that's fine. You know, this type of film doesn't call for a lot of production design. And even the explosion at the end does pretty good. I feel like we keep getting improvements film after film when it comes to this at the end. And the only other issue I have, and it's a small nitpicky thing with production design, is it has that thing where you've got that voiceover where the rest of the sound goes lower while the voiceover of the person calling goes up. And that takes you out of it a little bit, but I mean, that's nitpicking. And the fact that I have to nitpick to find something bad like this at production, that says something, really. Music is not something that we see a ton of in some of these films, but in here it was handled well. It kept up the tension. It was simple, but it moved. It did what it needed to do. And this director really knows his music. I find most of the music, when it is used in a film, is done well. So in this case, nothing wrong there. So overall, at the end of this quick review, this is a very good film. I admit, what I was expecting and what I ended up with were very different. I expected a typical monologuing film, kind of like Boxing Time, in truth. Which was okay, but nothing, nothing special. I mean, you can see my review on it. But I got a lot more at this film than I truly had expected. Good acting, solid thrills, and it just goes to show that yes, Evan Jacobs is more than just cheesy horror and monologuing pieces. It's great to see a reminder of the links of creativity and refinement that this director is capable of. Now, that's not to say I don't like the cheesy horror. I live for cheesy horror. But it just shows me how wonderful this is. And I really do hope that we see more projects in this direction. So this is SeptumSin, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.